Okay. Just to remind me, whenever there is a break, I want to pause that and stop the record. Whenever you are going for a break, just give me a reminder, any one of you. Okay. So, for a recording purpose, I am recapping it one more time. On the top, we can see where we can see your file name and software name is available. This is called as title bar. And below this whole area put together, we call it as ribbons. On the ribbon, the first item file, which we call it as office button, home insert backstage, home insert are all tabs. A special tab will appear here, contextual tab, and this clipboard and data and queries are all groups. And the last one, we can see one more, all the other items, the get data and each option available here. This we call it as commands. So this is called as commands. All these options, we call it as commands. Okay. On the left hand side, earlier, just 1 year before, we had only 3 tabs in the left hand side. Maybe 1 year after 10 months before, there was a tool added called as DAX. Just 1 month before, July version, there is one more tab added here. This will be available only in July. We don't have it in June also. We have it only from July.
So, break either 10:15, 10:45.
Okay.
10:30,
Okay, I'll talk to you. Break can be either at 10:15 or 10:45, not at 10:30. So which you prefer? 10:45. All are agreeing it? Great. Because we started just now. We don't want to take a break in another 5 or 10 minutes. 10:45. Very good. Because there are so many batches going on today. That's why she has given. Okay. Great. So this is a new feature. I will explain. But anyway, we are not going to use the feature. That's for the coding purpose. But first 4 is very vital. This one. First, there is a tab available here. This one is the tab where we can see our reports. This is where we are going to create our reports. Our reports can be created here. Our visuals can be created here. All your visuals and report can be created here. There is one more tab available on this. This one is for seeing the table view. Data view or a table view. We call this as a data view or we call it as a table view. Third, there is one more view available here. This is modeling. Modeling means creating a relationship between the table. So this one is modeling where we can create a relationships. One more is there, that is this one. I think you can see the name itself, DAX. What is DAX? Data analysis and expression. Third one is TMDL view, that is for coding and other purpose. It's a new view. Anyway, we are not going to use the new view, but that new view is available. Even we will see what is the usage of this new view. When you come for the second or third level of Power BI, we will explore it. Probably today and tomorrow we'll see the first 4 views. Okay. So these are all the types of views available. First one is for creating a report. Second one is seeing your table and data. Third one is for creating a model and relationship. Fourth one is DAX. And fifth one is TMDL. I will explain what is the TMDL also and DAX also. And Microsoft Excel is a workbook which will have list of sheets. PowerPoint is a presentation which will have list of slides. Power BI is a dashboard or reporting tool which will have list of pages. You can see on the bottom there will be a page. Page 1, page 2, page 3. We can have multiple pages. By default, we have only 1 pages. We can add multiple pages also. And when you publish it, there are 2 types of layout. When I publish it, I am sending this report to someone else, maybe my team leader or team people. How they are going to see your report, whether they are going to see the report on their mobile or they are going to see the report on your desktop or a laptop. So there are 2 types of layouts, desktop view and the mobile view, either desktop view or the mobile view. I think you would have seen it. If you open a website in mobile, it will be a different layout, correct? Same website, if you open it in your desktop or laptop, it will be a different one. Correct? You would have checked any website in the world. Any website in the world, it will be different when you open it on a mobile, when you open it on a desktop. Even you can set your layout. I have created a report. I'm going to publish this report. When I see the report in their mobile, how should be my layout? First, I should get the chart. Second, I should get the table. But when I see it in the desktop, it should be a different layout. So we can set our layout also. Two types of layout, desktop layout and mobile layout. And this whole area, technically we have a name for this whole area. This whole area put together, we call this as canvas. The whole area put together, we call it as canvas. In canvas, I think you can see there are 3 dotted lines. Actually, there are 4, but only 3 are visible for us. One is hidden. We'll see how to activate it also. There are 3 dotted lines. Could you tell me what is this 3 dotted lines? I think you would have seen these dotted lines in Word, Excel and PowerPoint also. Margins. These are all the margins. But you can ask me, where is the top margin? Actually, top margin is there. It's hidden. We'll see how to activate it. It's because of your layout change. It's not available. We'll see that. Okay. Then this is canvas. And another 3 views are available. Filter, visualization, data. In filter, once again, 3 types of filtering. 3 types of filter. Suppose I have a visual. I want to filter this visual. For an example, I have created a customer-wise sum of sales. I want to know who is our top 10 customer. Only for this visual. I have 4 or 5 visuals, but this visual, I want to know only the top 10 customers. I want to filter only the top 10 customers. Only for the particular visual. So you can filter a particular visual. Second, you can filter a particular page. A page can be filtered. For example, in this page, I want only this particular year, 20-25 year report in this page. In this page, only 25 report should be filtered. Only in this page, entire page. I have 10 visuals in the entire page. 10 visuals should be filtered for year 2025. And third one, filter in all pages. I have 20 pages. All the 20 pages, I want to apply a filter. For example, we have stopped manufacturing a product. That product should not be visible in all the pages. Other than the product, others should be visible in all the pages. I want to switch off that filtering in all the pages. So all the pages filter can be applied. These are all the things which we cannot do it in normal Excel. You can filter a table, we can filter a chart. But filtering a page, filtering a multiple page is not possible in Microsoft Excel. Right? So 3 types of filtering. Anyway, we are going to see all the 3 by today and tomorrow. Filtering a visual, filtering a page, filter all pages. And there is one more option available, visualization. This is where we are going to create a visualization. Under the visualization, 3 tabs. Once again, the first tab, this is for creating a visualization or inserting a visualization. Creating or inserting a visualization. You can insert a visualization here. After inserting a visualization, you have to format a visualization. Formatting. That formatting can be done here. Format a visualization. Third one. Formatting is fine. I want to make an analysis using a visualization. I want to fix the target. I want to forecast a visualization. Forecast. If my sales is going like this for 10 months, what will be my sales in the 11th month? If you want to format it, if you want to make an analysis about the visualization, then we can use one more tab. But you can see there is no tab, but I have marked it. The tab will be there. You will get a tab. You will get a tab. Not now. After creating a visualization, you will get a tab. Under this insert, there are so many other options available here. Under the insert, there are visuals. And under the visual, there are some properties. We will explore the properties later. What are all the properties? We will explore it. And the last one, you can see, this is where you will see the data. All your column names will be displayed here. All the column names are displayed. We have to drag and drop and you have to create a report. I think you would have seen it in pivot table also. Correct? All your column names will be displayed. We have to drag and drop and we have to place and create it. Same like all your column names will be displayed. You have to drag and drop and you can create a report. This is where your data will be displayed. Column names will be displayed. The last and final one. Of course, everyone knows this. This is zoom in and zoom out. Increasing or decreasing the percentage of your view. Okay, which is common for all the tools. That's it about the introduction and elements and components available in Power BI. So before moving on to the further things, as of now, whatever we have seen, any questions, doubts? As of now, whatever we have seen here. No? Clear? Excellent. You are not getting doubts. There are two reasons for not getting doubts. One is everything understood. If you understood everything, you will never get a doubt. Second one, understood. You will never get a doubt. But the problem is it seems to be you can understand everything here. The problem will start after the training session is over. After 4 or 4:30, if you open a laptop and you see everything becomes blank. No other go. You have to practice. After the training session, you have to practice. Actually, training will not be over by tomorrow evening. Training will start after tomorrow evening. That means these 2 days, I will tell you, these are all the possible options available in Power BI. That's all. After that, you have to. Right? So, I'll move on. Yes.
Explain the home inside.
Now we will see, sir. We will see. Sub, we will see everything. If we start explaining everything, it will take half an hour, more than half an hour. But whenever the option comes, I will explain what all option. Right.
Is it only source to get the data?
Any source, any data source in the world. That's why I'm going to explain next. We'll talk about the data source. Not required. Another way to open it is, I will reopen it again. Go to File, and I'll open Power BI Desktop. Like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. There is a blank report. You can click on blank report and you can open it. It's not required you have to click on this. You can see there is an option of blank report. On the welcome screen, you will get that blank report. You can click on data source. Through the data source, you can open it. Or already I opened some reports. Can I reopen the report again? You can see on the bottom, there will be reports. So many reports, I can open it. Through this existing report also, you can open it. Now let me start with the blank report itself. I will start with the blank report. Sir, you asked something. Yeah. The same thing you asked or some other? Okay. Right. So time being, I am minimizing this Power BI. I think morning you have got a file, you have downloaded the file. So please go to that folder and open that file. As I indicated, don't hesitate. Stop me and ask me immediately. Basic doubt, silly doubt, any doubt, stop me and ask me there itself. Person who has doubt, full for that moment. A person who doesn't ask doubt, forever. So don't do that. Don't have the doubts on mind. Clarify it immediately. Basic, silly, any sorts of doubts. So I think you have downloaded some file today morning, where I can see there are some folder. One folder is there, and you can see there is a file, revenue analysis, plant transaction summary, part sales tracker, business transaction. There are some text files also. We'll see today and tomorrow we are going to see how to get multiple text files, CSV files, how to get a folder, various options we are going to see. First, let us start with this 01 revenue analysis. Please open the file called as 01 revenue analysis. There is a file. My cursor is at the last. Wantedly, we kept it at the last to know how many rows are there. Approximately, I think the data is going for around 2027 rows. There are 2027 rows and the data is available till 31 December 2024. And let me go to the top. When I go to the top, the easiest method is place the cursor on some empty area and control up arrow, control left arrow, or you can press control home also. If you press Control Home, it goes to the very first cell straight away in Excel. Control Home, it goes to the very first cell. Some laptops you have to press Control Function Home. The laptop function home. Where is that home key? Then once again, this will become an Excel training. Control end. Right end. Right end it will. Where the data is ending. You didn't get that file? You ask someone to share it. Everyone is having this file, right? I think yesterday Divya would have shared it. Okay. I think he will share. Who doesn't have this file? Only you. I think he will share it. Please download it, unzip it. It's a zipped file. Extract it, unzip it, and keep it. Right. Now tell me, what are we going to do now is with this table, we are going to put this, we are going to get this table. Huh?
In the corner. What is it?
Copilot.
You are saying this one. Copilot. You don't have it. So Copilot is not there. Copilot is the paid one. It's a paid one. You have to, I think it's costlier than Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office, I assume that Microsoft Office is 3,000 INR, Copilot is 9,000 INR. So Copilot is costlier than the Microsoft Office. So some people doesn't use it. Since I am a trainer, I have to use it. So maybe I don't know whether you have it. That's why I spoken about this in the morning. So many, when you select it itself, the Copilot will be available here.
Excel.
Come to Power BI, huh? Other than Power BI, we are exploring all the other features. Okay. Right. Now this table, we have a table. Bill number, bill date, region, state, city, payment mode, customer type, amount, discount, the total amount, tax, shipping cost, and net profit. So we have this table. This table, I want to export this table to Power BI, and with this we are going to create some reports. So before exporting the table, just to tell me, is there this data is 100% clean? Can I export it straight away into Power BI, or any problem in this data? There are some blanks. Where is the blank? In between, there are some blank rows. Very good. Superb. You identified one problem. Another.
Number 0.
Number 0. Net profit. We didn't get the payment, sir. That's it, 0. But that's not a problem, right? Anyway, if you want, you can change that. But that's not a bigger problem. That's okay. Any other? There is a merge itself. Where is the merge itself? First row. Okay. First row doesn't mind, no problem. But we'll solve it. Any other? It's not a table. Means? It's a table only, no? Rows or columns are there.
In payment mode, some of the columns are blank.
Payment mode, there are empty columns. Okay. So negative is okay. Here is negative. Profit. Okay. That is loss. That is not a data problem, sir. It's a company problem. Huh? It's going under loss. It's not a problem with the data. That's not a problem with the data actually. Okay. Right. So you have identified some problem. Leave it. So now this data I'm going to put it into Power BI and let us see what is the problem there and how to handle it and how to solve it. And before importing, my recommendation is better to close that file, because sometimes it may throw a read-only error, or someone has already opened the file, it may throw an error. Let us better to close a file. Could you tell me how can I close a file? How can I close a file? File close. This one. Save as. Alt F4. Alt F4 is equivalent to this. Don't do that. This is one of the way to slow down your system speed. Don't open Excel multiple time in one day. Close only that file. Control W is the best method to close a particular file. A file can be closed. Don't open close the application. This will slow down your system speed. Opening multiple times of Excel. Not only Excel, I'm saying Word, Excel, PowerPoint, any software. If you want to close a file, close only the file. Control W. Open the Excel in the morning, close only in the evening. So until then, the Excel can be opened. Control W is the shortcut key for closing the file. Okay, right. So close that file. It's better to close the file. I'm not saying it's compulsory, mandatory. It's better to close the file because sometimes it may throw an error. So this data, I'm going to get this data into Power BI and we are going to load it. Now what are we going to do? Maybe for the next 2 days, or if you come in for the training for next 4 days, 5 days, 6 days also. 5 concepts. We are going to learn only 5 concepts. First concept is, first one, we are going to see how to get the data. Second one, we are going to see how to transform the data. Third one, we are going to see how to load the data. Fourth one, after loading, how to create a report based on the data. Fifth one, we are going to see how to publish it. That's it. This is the 5 concept we are going to learn for next 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. How many days are coming for Power BI training? That number of days we are going to see the same concept, same 5 concept, getting, transforming, loading, reporting, publishing. Get. From where we are going to get the data? We can get the data from any data source in the world. If it is in a table format, rows and columns. If it is in a rows and columns, you can get it from any database. Even a picture can be converted into a data. A picture. If you take a photograph, a picture can be converted if it is a column and rows. If you have columns and rows, picture also can be converted into data. Text, website, SAP, ERP, Oracle, SQL, any database. Any database in the world can be converted into a data here. So we are going to get the data from any database, but as of now, we are going to get it from Excel. Then, after getting the data, transforming your data. What is the transforming? Cleaning up the data, to clean up the data, to get the wanted data, to remove the unwanted. As he told, there are some empty rows, empty columns, we have to remove it. So we have to transform the data. Where are we going to transform it? We are going to transform the data using a tool called as Power Query. Is that a separate software? Not at all. It's inbuilt with Microsoft Power BI. It's inbuilt with Microsoft Excel. Next, load. Where are we going to load the data? We are going to load the data in Power BI desktop. We are going to create a report. Where are we going to create a report? That's also in Power BI desktop. So loading and creating a report can be done in Power BI desktop. Last, publish. Publish. Where do we publish it? Power BI services. That's all. This is what we are going to learn for next 2 days. Getting the data, transforming it, loading it, reporting it and publishing it. But in Power BI, we have an option. After getting, straight away you can load it. You can skip the second one. But my recommendation is always follow the hierarchy. Even though there is an option available, because sometimes if you feel your data is 100% clean and clear, then you can go for loading. But my recommendation is, even though if you see it's clean and clear, there may be some problem. Because in transformation, we have an option of checking the quality of your. There is a tool. There is a specific tool available to check the column quality. So better to go to transform and load it. That's my suggestion, my recommendation. Even I will dictate it. Get it, transform it and load it. That's better always. So get the data, transform the data and load the data. Okay. So could you tell me, out of this 5 tool, where are we going to spend more time? Getting, transforming, loading, report and publish. Report, transforming. Yes. Maybe we are going to spend more time on transforming. Maybe I can say around 40% will be spending on transforming, 30% will be spending on reporting, maybe other 10% on getting loading and publishing, maybe more 15%. So more we are going to spend time on transforming. If you transformed the data, you cleaned up the data, if you made the data as proper, creating a report is very, very, very simple. It's very, very easy. I will just tell you 2 tips. If you know the 2 tips, 90% of report can be created. We'll see the 2 tips. Okay. So first we'll start with this. Get data. Yes. Open Power BI desktop. As I indicated, please any questions, whatever you are seeing in my screen, if you are not able to see it on your screen, stop me, ask me there itself. Don't hesitate, please. Because if you are not able to get it, you cannot transform it. If you are not able to transform, you cannot load. If you are not able to load, you cannot create a report. So any question, queries, don't hesitate. So how can I get the data? 4 methods are possibly available to get the data. Method number 1. File. Click on File, Office button. Under Office button, Get Data. Click on Get Data. Most commonly used database. Of course, the most commonly used is Power BI workbook that's displayed, and various other databases are available here. Still, if you are not satisfied with any one of the databases, you can go to the last one, Get Data to get started. Furthermore, databases are available here. So go to File, Get Data. It shows the commonly used database, and scroll down, Get Data. Almost all the databases are available here. Almost all the databases. Text, CSV. Suppose if you are not able to find the database, you can go to the search box and find it also. For example, I want to get the data from SAP or Oracle. So just go here and type SAP. So SAP databases may be available here. So whatever database.
The data can be retrieved from PDF also.
Yes, of course. If it is in a table format. Columns and rows. That's what I told. Any data format, if it is in a table format, rows and columns. If the PDF is in a text paragraph format, no, you cannot do it. If it is a table format, you can do it. Yes. You can see the PDF is also there. Right. This is first method to get your data. Second method, Home tab. When you go to the Home tab, under Home tab, Get Data. Here also you can see frequently used databases is available. In one corporates, in one company, you may have different data source. Maybe I can see every company is having a different. In one company, so they are using SQL, Oracle, Excel. What Microsoft is planning, they are going to bring everything into one platform that is called as One Lake. One user password, and you can get it from any data source in the world. So this One Lake, I think Microsoft is promoting that One Lake, but your company has to buy that One Lake. As of now, I think maybe your company is not using that One Lake. Most of the corporates have started using One Lake, which was just they have started last August or something, last year. So there is a One Lake where you can get all the data source into one area, One Lake. So, but as of now, you are not using it. So we can go with Excel workbook or Get Data here. So that's a second method. Third method, there is a Get Data available on your Canvas area. Fourth method, Data. There is a tab called as Data. Below the tab of Data, you can see Get Data. This is the fourth method. So the third one is here, Get Data Source. The second one is here, Home tab, Data Source. First one is File. First one which I told is in the File. Out of 4.
Any specific reason why they are given different?
Most of the things they will give you 2 or 3 options. In Excel also, to save the file, you can go to File, Save. There is a Save button. Control S.
But all the options are working same.
Same. For most of the things they will give you 2 or 3 options. As I told in the morning, you can open the file blank. There is a Control N. They will give you 2 or 3 features for everything. 2 ways. Whichever is easier, you can use it. That's all. Both all are same. I recommend out of this 4 methods, my recommendation is second one. Why I recommend second? Why I can't recommend this third and fourth is because third and fourth is temporary. After getting one data, this will be hidden. You cannot get another data here. But here it's permanently available. This is also temporary. This is also temporary. After getting the data, this will be hidden. So next time you cannot use this. So this is permanently visible on your screen. That's why I recommend the second method. You can use anything, your wish. But my recommendation is the second one. Go to Home tab. If you are going to get the data from Excel, straight away there is an option available from Excel itself. Or if you want to get it from other source, it's available here. Other source. Click here. You can see the other sources are available. Same more. The same screen which you opened in the last one, the same screen will be available here. Okay. So let me get it from Excel now. Home tab, Excel workbook. And browse that file. And where is my file? I think I am selecting the file. Revenue analysis. I recommend please be with me, follow with me. If you have any question, doubts, stop me and ask me there itself. Have you unzipped that file? Then only it will be displayed on. If you not zipped it, then it will be, you cannot select it. Open. Extractive only no. I think everyone has landed into the navigator screen. Yes, sir. Have you selected the file? It will come to the navigator screen. After navigator screen, I will wait here. Yes. All are in navigator. Sir. Any challenges? I'm waiting for him. Here. All are in navigator screen. Now, in navigator, on the bottom, 3 options are there. Load, transform, cancel. Could you tell me why this load and transform is graded out? We didn't select any data. Here you can see there is a file name, sheet name. If you have multiple sheets, all the sheet name will be displayed. As of now, I have only one sheet. We'll see in next another, maybe after the lunch break or something, we'll see how to handle multiple files and multiple sheets also. Identical, not identical, we'll explore it later. As of now, we are going to go with only one sheet. But you can ask me, there is one option available. There is one more option available here also. Power BI is suggesting a solution. So Power BI is suggesting a table here, which I can select. I recommend to go with this. Power BI, what it will do is, suppose assume that in the source data, I have a very big data. I filtered a particular data. Assume that in I have region-wise data. I suppose I filtered the south region in my source. So only the south region data will be displayed under the suggested table. Because I have filtered, so Power BI will think they want only the south region. That's why they have filtered it. So only that filtered record will be available here. Suppose I took a printout. I'm arranging a page setup, taking a printout of only first 2 pages. So then the suggested table will have only first 2 pages. Other pages may not be there. So my suggestion is go for it. Here all the data will be available. Here we can select it, whichever the data we want. Sometimes I want a south region data, sometimes I don't want it. I will do it in Power BI itself. Why to cut it in the starting itself? So I can do it later. So my suggestion is select the top one. Don't select this bottom. Don't select it. I click here. Yes, still the load and transform is not activated because we didn't check this. We have to make a tick mark here. You have to make a check mark. Then only the load and transform is activated. When you saw the data in Excel, somewhat it's better, but when you see it in preview, there are some nulls. You can see so many empty rows. There are so many empty columns are there. We'll solve it. We'll solve that. Now there are 3 options. Load, transform, cancel. Could you tell me which I can do now? Loading or transforming or cancel? Load, where it will land?
Skip the transform.
It will land into Power BI desktop straight away. But transform, it will land into Power Query. I recommend to go with Power. Even I told you, you can skip the, after first it will go to third. You can skip the third one, first and third. But I recommend always follow that hierarchy, first, second and third. So transform data. So let me click on transform data. Click on transform data. It will land into Power Query editor now. Yes, it's going to Power Query editor. On the Power Query editor, this is our Power Query. It's not a separate software. It's a separate window. It's a part of Power BI. You can see when you place the cursor on this Power BI on the desktop on screen, you can see two things as opened here. Power BI desktop, Power BI editor. It's a part of Power BI. It's not a separate software. It's a part of Power BI. There is a Power BI desktop as well as Power BI editor. So now we are in Power BI editor. Here we are going to transform the data. Transforming means what we are going to do. Three things. I recommend you to check three things. First one, check whether the columns are all green. What is that green? I will explain. Second, check the column headings. Third, check the data type. If you have checked these three things, then your data is 100% clear. Green, heading, data type. You have to check whether my data is green. You have to check whether my data is having a proper heading. You have to check whether my data is having a proper data type. We will do one by one.
I show some error. Something went wrong.
Because you would have opened that file. That file is closed. I told you to close the file. Before that Excel file has to be closed.
Ribbon is not there.
By visiting the Excel is still in open condition.
Close it. Thrown error, say okay, close and come back.
Coming like this. Again, that ribbon is not. T-shirt అందుకే పనులు డైరెక్ట్ గ్రీన్ ఎక్కువ డైరెక్ట్ టైప్ So again that same is coming. So request.
Not getting the result. It's good.
Big festival. It's a big festival. Sorry. Oh, boat race. It's a part of festival. Let me know na there work like September, September first week, maybe September first after month that they will apply for it. I saw last time. They had a pura dhoti event. Even इसमें भी धोती पहना हुआ था. I have dhoti. I have. Definitely, I want to restart. Let me know the date. Last year in March, I started having CGI. But this is very limited here. Maybe 2 or 3 months. Like last week, I was there. Like last week, I was there. Not even here. I was silent there. For that was an annual. Yes. Their annual trip is pending maybe after December. So, this is the way. So last month. I go to visit there. Then I come to New York. See, everyone sharing. They're available always there. I just tried for this. Note making on team itself. This is do I was talking to him. See this is. These all are points related to service. I just discuss this. This is see additional days. I'll speak to you in breaks. Framework. Then we replace it. Framework. Taking it with the what will do that? I just train Sir, overall research can research the system.
will be smaller.
So these points I have, current points. I think what I also
Okay, sorry. Before the break, we'll do a small thing. Let me give an introduction about this. The three things you have to check: green, heading, data type. You have to check whether your data is in green, whether you have to check whether your data is having a proper heading and your data type is correct. How do I check that? This green, how can I check this? On the bottom of every row, on the bottom of every column, you can see there is a green bar appearing here, green bar. In this bar, you will have three colors in this bar. Three color will be there. First is green. Of course, green means your data is perfectly green, 100% correct. If there is a gray, there is a problem. That problem can be solved by us. In Power Query, we can solve it. If there is a red, there is a problem which we can solve it only in source data. Only in source data. So three types of problem you will get it. Green, not three types of problem. One is not a problem. That is green, 100% clear. Gray is there is a problem. We have to solve it in Power Query. Red is we have to solve it in Excel. But why it's red, why it's green, why it's gray? Place the cursor over this green or gray. You will get some message when you place the cursor. Exactly you have to place the cursor on this green or even I am finding it difficult to place it. But there is a method to do it. When you place the cursor over it, it shows there is a problem. 876 datas are valid. 124 datas are empty. So 876 data, no problem at all. 124 datas are empty. The red is error. 0, there is no error. So that's why there is no red. If there is a error, we have to solve it in Excel only. But 876 plus 124 put together, how many? 876 plus 124? 1000 rows, correct? But in my source data, I had more rows. I think I don't have 1000. I had more than 2000. Why is it showing only 1000 here? 876 plus 124? Only value. No, sir. Value is 876 plus 124. Empty rows is 124. What Power BI will do, Power Query will do is, even though you have millions, trillions, and lakhs and millions of rows, it will normally check with only 1000. It will check the quality of your column only for the first 1000. You decide. Suppose, for example, on manufacturing so many products, if I check the first 10 product, my data should be okay. It will work in that case. First 10 product, first 1000 rows. But I want to check the entire data source. There may be some problem in 2000 row. There may be some problem in 10,000 row also. So I want to check the entire data source. By default, Power Query will check only with the first 1000. First sampling. But I want to check with the entire data. No problem. Go to the bottom here. There is an option available. Column proofing based on top 1000. But I want to check it for the entire data set. Click here. Entire data set. Now when you place the cursor over here, now you will get that extra information. Even I am finding very difficult to place the cursor and check it. So if I place the cursor, 1818 rows are valid, 208 rows are empty. Now your rows are calculated. So you have to decide based on your source data whether I want to check with the entire data source or first 1000 rows is also fair enough. My data will look, all my data will look like first 1000 rows. Similar data will be similar means you can check with the 1000 rows. Or if you want to check the entire data, you can go for it. But remember a small warning: if the data is too large, lakhs and millions and billions of rows, then to check the data for the entire data source, it may take some time. 1 or 2 minutes it will take because it has to check for the entire data set. So you decide which one will be better. But unfortunately, I am finding very difficult to place the cursor every time here and find it what is my column quality. Is there any other method to check my column quality? Yes. I don't like this to place the cursor here. Go to the view tab. Under view tab, if I go to the view tab, there is an option available, column quality. If I check this column quality, automatically on the column bottom, it will show you the column quality here. So whether there is a red, whether there is a gray, whether there is a green. This is easier instead of placing the cursor every time. Now it's very simple. Even you can see it's percentage. If you want to see that message also, it's very simple. Place the cursor anywhere here. Not required you have to place it there. You can place it anywhere here also. The same menu will appear. View column quality. This one. Okay. So we have checked the column quality, but we have to clean up it and we have to load it and we have to create a report. I thought of finishing the Power Query, loading the report before the break. Before the break, I thought of loading it, but unfortunately we are not able to. No worries. It's not required to run fast and finish all the concept. It's better if you learn 10 concepts, you will learn it in depth. Okay. So no problem. So minimize this. Don't save it as of now. Don't save it as of now. Because if I save it, it will be loaded into Power BI. With the invalid data, it will be get loaded. So don't save it as of now. Because we didn't do anything. Let me minimize this. We'll go for a tea break, or you can have it on the screen itself. We'll go for a tea break, and after the tea break, we'll see the next part. I'm pausing the recording. Just remind me to restart the recording after the tea break. Yes. So we are in the second process. First process is to get the data. Second process, we are in the transformation of the data. Now we are transforming the data here. Okay. So in transforming, I told you to check three things. One is you have to check for green, whether your columns are green. Second one is you have to check for the column headings. Third one is you have to check for the data type. We will do one by one. First we are checking with the column greens. How can I check the greens? When you place the cursor over this green or gray bar, it will show you what is the problem there, how many greens are there, what is the gray and what is the red. But every time it's very tougher for me to place the cursor here and find it out. Instead, I will go to view tab and enable the column quality. Very good. And then the most important tool in Power Query is on the right hand side. On the right hand side, you can see there is an option called as query settings. By default, automatically 4 steps is applied by Power Query itself. 4 steps is automatically applied by Power Query. What this Power Query will do is, after this 4th step, whatever you are going to do here, for example, I am going to remove all the empty rows, I am going to fill all the empty rows, I am going to do some transformation here. When you are doing all the transformation, whatever you are doing here, that will be noted here step by step. That will be noted here step by step by this Power Query settings. Could you tell me what is the purpose and what is the advantage? Why it is noting all your steps here? What is the advantage and what is the purpose for it?
Future reference. Future reference.
Future reference. You can check the history. What are all the things you did it? You can check your history here. Very good. One advantage, what is said is perfectly correct. You can check the future things. That is, you can check your history. What are all the things you have did? One. Any other advantage?
We can correct.
Undo.
We can undo, we can edit your steps. Very good, super. If you want to do some editing, if you want to correct it, undo it or redo it, you can do it. Second. Any other? One is history, one is correcting. Next.
Remove unwanted steps. If you want to remove that particular step, you can remove.
This is undoing, that's what undoing, editing. Undo is equal to removing, right?
In Excel, undo means everything will go.
Hmm.
In this specific.
Just eliminate that particular
Excel also one by one you can undo it. That's an option. Excel also not the steps here. I don't know whether we'll see. Very good. So you can edit your steps, you can undo or you can redo the steps. That's available in Microsoft Excel also. In Excel, Word and PowerPoint also. Each steps you can undo it. Could you tell me how many undos are possible in Excel? Any idea? Or till where we can undo it? Until where we can undo in Excel?
before saving. What are all these things?
Before save.
Before saving.
After saving. After saving also you can undo it. Closing. Before closing the file. After closing the file, if you open it, you cannot undo it. But This power query, lifelong it's available. Anytime you can come here and edit your steps and you can undo and you can redo your steps. That's a third advantage. Fourth advantage, very, very, very important advantage. Yes.
Corresponding with the Excel. Suppose if any auto saving option is there, so certain times you cannot able to auto saving in the Excel, auto saving option is there.
Some other sheet, or if you close it, then you cannot undo. So save. Which is okay. And next advantage is, the next advantage is, suppose I am going to add, this data is available only till 31 December 2024. Now I am going to add some new data here. All the steps what we did will be automatically applied to your new data also. No need for redoing it again. So this, in earlier days, we'll do it using a macro. I don't know how many are aware of macro. So in olden days we used a macro, but now we stopped using macros because all the things is automated here. It is automatically updated here for the new data. So whatever the steps you are doing, that will be automatically updated to your new data. That's the fourth advantage. One more advantage is available, which we'll see it later. So these are all the various advantage of this query settings, but knowingly, unknowingly. Actually, not knowingly, unknowingly. That's our regular habit. Whenever a new menu is opening, we'll never read it. First time is we will close it. Correct? A pudu menu vandalu will never read. Disturbing us, we'll close that menu. First thing, first our activity is to close it. So same like if you are closing this unknowingly or knowingly, you can get it back. Yeah, I record it. I stopped that clock and I recorded straight away. So go to View tab. Under View tab, if I closed it unknowingly, View, Query Settings. You can get it back again. View, Query Settings. You will get it back again. If you have closed this. Query Settings. If you have closed it. If this is closing knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed it, you can get it back. Okay. Right. Now, Power Query is identifying the error and it's identifying the mistake. Will Power Query give a suggestion for us? Yes, of course. Anyway, it's showing the mistake here. There is a gray. Why there is a gray also it's showing here? Will it give a solution or will it give a suggestion? Of course, it will give a suggestion. You can place the cursor over this area. You can see it showing a suggestion for us. I think you can remove the empty. If you are okay with the suggestion, you can click on this. The empty will get deleted. Or still, if you are not satisfied with the suggestion, there is a 3 dotted. Still more suggestions also available. Click on the 3 dotted and you can see copy, remove duplicates, remove errors, remove duplicates, remove empty, remove errors, replace errors. But here we have an option called as remove empty, and this remove empty and this remove empty is also same. You can use any one of it, but I recommend not to use this. I recommend to go for home tab. I will go for home tab. Under home tab, when you go to the home tab, there is an option called as remove rows. Under remove rows, there is an option called as remove blank rows. Could you tell me why I did this? Why I didn't use remove blank and this is remove blank rows? Remove blank rows will delete if the entire row is blank. Remove blank. If the cell is blank also it will remove that entire row, which is a challenge, which is a problem here. So that's why I recommend to go with remove blank rows. Okay. Name itself says remove blank rows. So remove blank rows. I suggest to go for remove blank rows. So let me do this. Go to home tab, remove blanks, remove blank rows. So I'll click on remove blanks, remove blank rows. Yes. Now the blank rows was removed. Yes. Now all the blank rows are removed. Now if you place the cursor over here, 100% your data is clean. 1818 rows are valid, zeros are empty, 0 are error. And you can see on the right hand side on your applied step, one step was added here. Yes. Home, remove rows, remove blank rows. I marked it on the screen itself. And a small warning I'm giving here, whenever you are going to do a step, always do it after the last step. Don't place the cursor somewhere else in middle and do it, because if you are doing it somewhere in the middle, your other step will get collapsed because there will be some hierarchy. After this only this will appear. After getting the source only it will navigate. After navigating only the heading will be promoted. So it will follow a hierarchy. If you are adding in between this, then your entire step may get collapsed. So please be careful. Whenever you are adding a step, add it at the last, after the last step, after the last step. Don't place the cursor somewhere else here and do it. So after the last step, do this. That's what I did. After this changed step, I removed that blank rows. Fine. The blank rows was getting deleted, but I don't want the blank rows to be deleted. I want to undo the steps. I want to undo the step. Like Excel, I want to undo it. Of course, Excel, we have a shortcut key, Control Z. Unfortunately, that shortcut key may not work here. If you want to undo, you can use this. There is an arrow mark, there is a cross mark available, which is used for undoing an activity. But in Power Query, we have one advantage. Before undoing an activity, suppose someone has did this, my team or someone has did this, removed empty, they have removed that empty rows, but I want to know why they have removed this empty row. How was my data before removing the empty rows? How was my data after removing the empty rows? I want to check it. In Excel you cannot do it. Undo is undo, that's all. But here I can check this. Before the steps, just go before the step and make a click. Yes, my data looks like this before removing the step. After removing this, my data looks like this. So you can check your history. How was my data before the step? How was my data after the step? Which is not possible like Excel or any other tools. Which rows you are getting in attendance? First column.
Empty is 1%.
Have you removed all the empties? Remove empty rows. But I'm making you can do it for entire data. We'll solve it. Payment mode. Cash. That is some great. Okay. So we have removed the empty rows, so it's showing here. Before the data, how was my data? Before removing the rows, after removing the rows, take it. That's one advantage. One more advantage is we can give some meaningful name for this step. I know this removed blank rows, but when I send the file to someone else, they don't know what we did, or even I forgot it, what I did. Can I give some meaningful name for it? Of course, when you write some formulas or function, this will be useful. Right click on this and go for rename. Right click on the step and go for rename, and you can give some meaningful name. I don't know what is the usage of it, so I will give some name for it. For example, deleted all the empty rows. I have deleted all the empty rows. So I have given some name for it, for my understanding. For the steps, we can give a meaningful name for us. We can give some meaningful name. Right click, and we are given a name. 4 steps will be automatically done by Power Query by default. Now, I told you to check three things here. First thing is green. Almost we have turned into green, but still there are some grays. We'll solve it. Second thing I asked you to check. What is the second thing I asked you to check? Second, heading. Tell me whether your heading is correct in your data. Is your heading is right? Actually, it's not correct. Column 2, column 3. This should not be the heading. Actually, build date should be the heading. Region should be the heading. State should be the heading. City should be the heading. So the heading is not proper. So you have to promote this heading. How do we promote the heading? Two methods once again. Use any one of the method. Don't do it twice. Do it any one of the method. First method, click on the arrow mark on the left hand side of your table. There is an option called as use first row as a header. Or go to the home tab. There is an arrow mark and go to use first row as a header. Method 1. Method number 2. Home tab. Under home tab also there is an option use first row as the header. Anyone. Don't do both. Please don't do both. If you are doing twice, two headings will be promoted. So please be careful. Two rows will become a header of your second row will become a heading. So don't do that. Do it any one of it. Either one of it.
Under this, use first row as a header and below.
Sometimes I can treat the header. Sometimes it will trigger. I have two headings. One headings I want to treat as a data. Another one I want to treat as a heading. In that case, you can go for the second. This is not the right example. I will tell you that example. Header also to be treated as a row. Sometimes a Power Query will treat the data as the heading. So that is not a heading. That is a data of my table. So demote. One is promoting. I want to pull it down. One is promoting. Another one is demoting. Second one is demoting. This is promoting. Sir, done. But here changes would have happened. Change number 1. You can see when I click here. Sir, shall we move on? Any challenges? Use first row as the header. Two changes would have happened. You can see on the right hand side. I promoted the heading. I am promoting the heading now. Use first row as the heading. The heading was promoted perfect. But two changes has happened. You can see on the Power Query applied steps. Two changes has happened. Could you tell me what is the two change? Two drastic change. One change, of course, we did it. Promoted the heading. Change the data type. Very good. Superb. What Power Query has did it? It has solved our third problem. What is the third problem? Is data type. It has scanned through the entire document. And it has found this data type of this column is number. So it's automatically converted into a number. You can see 1, 2, 3 is displayed on the left hand side of it. So that means that's in a number form. Number data type, not format. Format is different, data type is different. Second, same thing you can see the build date on the left hand side. There is a calendar image. That means it's a date data type. So 99.9% Power Query will find the data type. Automatically it converts the data type. But sometimes, very rarely, assume that Power Query was not able to find the data type. We'll give one more chance to Power Query. Second chance. If you are not able to find the data type, find it one more time. We are giving second chance. How do we give the second chance here? For example, this data was not converted into a number. Still this data is in a text. Now we are asking the Power Query to change it properly. How do we do it? Select this column. Transform. There is an option called as detect data type. So 99% it will detect it. Sometimes it's not detecting. We'll see when we can use this. Maybe in the next session we are going to see it. Detect the data type. Now, second chance to detect the data type. Still, after the second chance also, Power Query is not detecting it properly. Can I forcefully change the data type? Yes, of course. We can forcefully change the data type. Just go to the left hand side of this column. 1, 2, 3 or this date. Go here on the left hand side. Click here and forcefully we can change the data type also. number or a text or a date or whatever the data type. First, it will automatically change. Second, if it is not automatically changing, we are asking to detect and change the data type. Third, still it's not changing. Forcefully, we can change it. Data type. You have to change the data type properly. Then only you can create a report. Suppose I want to create yearly, monthly report. Your bill date should be in date format. Otherwise, you cannot create yearly and monthly. Data type, not format. Data type. Formatting is different. Formatting is, suppose this is DDMMYY. Suppose MMDDYY or day month. That is called as formatting. The formatting can be done only in Power BI. Formatting you cannot change it in Power Query. Only the data type can be changed. Whether it's a date or a time or a text or a number, that can be changed. Formatting you cannot change it. So data type. So three ways of changing the data type. One is Power Query will automatically change. Second one is we forcefully ask them to change it by detecting the data type. Third, manually you can change your data type also. Okay? But getting
bill number, technical number.
so select the bill number, detect it. That's why it was. If it is not detecting, detect it. Select it. It's coming. Not coming, then go to the transform. Promote பண்ணாமல் type ಮಾಡಿ. Promote பண்ணுறது heading so it is detecting the alpha numeric, two types of alpha numeric. One is the column, the row itself A2042 is alpha numeric, or one cell number, another cell text. It's a text. Then it's a one cell alphabet, another cell number, then you will get both here. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. This one. Okay. So, almost all the three problems are solved. Almost all are turned into green. Heading is promoted. Data type is converted. Could you tell me, can I load it now? Why? Still there are so many empty columns on the right. Why we have these empty columns? When I open the original Excel file, I don't want you to do it, just I'm checking. I'm opening that original Excel file. We didn't have empty columns here. Empty means everything should be empty, right? Till except it should be empty. But why there is only around 10 columns, 20 columns empty here? But in my source data, I didn't see any empty here. My data is empty. If it is empty, means all the data, all the columns should be empty till the last column. But some columns are empty. Why? That's a problem in Excel. We are using Excel not only for analyzing. We are using Excel for everything. I have seen to take a note, sometimes people are noting the phone number, email ID in Excel, letter writing in Excel. They are doing everything in Excel. For example, I opened some other file. When I press the control end, there is a shortcut key called as control end. You can see it is ending exactly where my data is ending. Perfect. Control end. When I press control end, it automatically ending where my data is ending here. Correct? It's ending at proper area. Fine. Now assume this data, this file, I opened the file and suddenly in some other row, maybe I'll go to the row number Z or column number Z and I'm typing some value. Suddenly I'm typing some value. Later I typed it, just now I typed it and deleted it. I thought that it was deleted. It was deleted. Now let me press control end now. Where it is ending? Z. So now what Excel will be treated as K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R until this we have our table. That's a problem. This is a problem in Excel. When you open this file, your data will be very lesser. Your file size will be too large. I don't know whether you checked it in Excel. Because like this, we thought that the data is deleted. Actually, the data is not deleted. It's residing somewhere else on the background. For this, I think the latest version in 365, they have given a tool. For this, they have given a tool in 365. You explore it later. I don't want to go inside of Excel, but still I'm giving a small tip here. Review, and there is an option called as check performance. It will check the performance. Unwanted rows and columns, it will remove it, and it will optimize, and it will make your data clean. It will make your data clean in Excel. So now don't do it. You explore it later. Come for Excel training. So this you explore it.
But
Check.
in that file it is not available.
No, I didn't save it as I didn't save this. I don't want to save it because unnecessarily save. Save and do some other activity, then it will show the optimizations. There is a merged cells, unwanted rows, unwanted columns, unwanted styles. It will show you that. You will open some other file and show you. Okay, right. That's the reason. That's the reason we have some empty columns here. Unknowingly, someone would have entered the data. Just morning, he had made a mistake and unwantedly entered the data and saved it. It's taking the part of your table. So we have to remove these empty columns. There are several methods of removing the empty columns. I can make a right click on the column and go for remove rows, remove columns, or I can go to the home tab and there is an option called as remove columns. But my suggestion is, even you can make a right click and remove it, or go to the home tab and remove columns. My suggestion is choose columns. I recommend to go with choose column. I will tell you why. So I'll go to the home tab. I'll go to home tab. Under home tab, you can see the choose columns. Go to the home tab. Under home tab, you can see the choose column is available. So I recommend to go with choose columns. Choose columns. Why I recommend you to go with choose column? I will say in another few minutes. Let me click on choose columns. And whatever the columns you want, select it. Please remember, choose the columns you want to keep. Which columns you want it, keep it. Which columns you don't want, uncheck it. I don't want 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All these columns I don't want. And knowingly, unknowing, while selecting multiple columns like this, knowingly, unknowingly, assume that I have unchecked that column, the net profit columns. And unknowingly, I have unchecked it. And it's not required you have to remove the column which is empty. Sometimes we can remove the column which is having the value also. For example, I have employee master data. In employee customer data, where I have the email IDs and mobile numbers. Email ID and mobile number is not required for the reporting. For some other purpose, it may be required for. In the report, I am not going to use the email ID. In the reports, I am not going to use the mobile numbers. In that case, we can remove it. It's not required you have to remove the unwanted columns. You can remove the columns which is having the data also. That may be unwanted for us, you can remove it. Now here, for example, I am removing the net profit and I said, okay, that column was removed. Now I recognize that unknowingly I removed it. Now I want the data back. How can I get the column back again? We have to delete the step and do it. But
we can choose columns again.
once again, you have to choose the columns. Instead, you can see on the applied steps, two options. One, you know this is for removing the step. There is one more option. This is for editing your steps. That's the advantage of the Power Query. Whenever you see the right hand side, there is a settings. That means you can edit your steps. But when I used that remove columns, it would have been removed. That's why I used this choose column option. Choose column option. So anytime, suppose later I recognize I want a column back. So you can click here again and you can choose that columns. Or unknowingly I selected this column, you can uncheck it also. So that's the reason I recommended to go for choose column instead of removing the column. Remove column, just it will remove it. Later if you want the column back, once again as I told you, you have to uncheck the column, you have to get back the column again. So better to go for choose columns. Yes. Now we got the column back.
So I haven't received any. That's it.
So No. Don't place the cursor here. Place the cursor somewhere else here. Don't
File
place it
is
somewhere
open.
else in
Will
between.
it file is open?
No, if they change the location, then if you change the location, then you will get the error. We change that location. Morning it's in D drive, now you have changed it to E drive.
No, I also got it. When I closed it, then I am not getting it.
The transfer of the time வந்து இந்த dates இது வந்து இயர்ல இருக்கு. இந்த டைம் வந்து இந்த இயர்ல நம்பர்ஸ்ல பார்க்கணும். ஸோ எனக்கு வந்து கரெக்டான டேட் வைஸ் தான் வேணும். மாற்றணும் எனக்கு அப்படி இல்லைன்னா இதை கிளிக் பண்ணா இப்போ இது வந்து நம்பர்ஸ் ஒன்று நம்பர்ஸ் எனக்கு இது வந்து டேட் டைப் மாற்றணும் அப்படின்னா டேட் டைப் மாறிடும். ஸோ அதை அது அந்த அந்த டேட்டாவை இயரா மாற்றிக்கிட்டு நம்ம பாஸ்வேர்டில் போய்ட்டு டேட்டா டேட்டா மாற்றி அது மாதிரி எக்ஸ்ரே பண்ண முடியுது. ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்த்து ஸோ அந்த இதில் கரெக்டாக கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு அந்த அவுட்புட் வர ஈஸியாக இருக்கு. கரெக்டாக
I'm checking I opened it. I don't want you to open it. Otherwise the file is in use. Yara use பண்ணலாம். Go to the section.
ரைட்ல நம்பர்ல நான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். இதை டேட் அண்ட் டைம் டேட்டா மாற்றிக்கலாம். இது டேட்டா மட்டும்.
Okay. Please, as I indicated in the morning itself, whenever you do something in Power Query, please better to close that file. Don't open that file. It may throw some error because read only error. The file is already used. Okay. Or don't change your data source. If you change the data source, I will tell you how to update it. That we'll see in the next part. Now tell me, can I load this? What is the problem? Payment mode there is still empty. It can small empty, that may not be a bigger problem, but still we'll solve it. For example, the payment mode, wherever the payment mode is gray, I think null. Why it's null? Because we didn't receive the payment, that's why it's null. So instead of the null, maybe I want to replace it with something. Maybe we didn't receive it. So let us say pending itself. I want to replace it with some other word. So right click on that column, payment mode, right click on the column. There are two methods to do it once again. Right click, replace value, method 1. Method 2, home tab. Under home tab, replace value. Both are same. So either go to home tab and click on replace value. Before that, you should have selected that column. Before that, you should have selected the column. Select the column, home tab, replace. Right click, replace. Both are same. Replace value, sorry.
Suppose if you are taking the data directly from some software like Dynamics, again the same kind of data is local. So every time we have to clean the data.
Not required. As I told, do it only once in
once
your
the
life.
steps are
Steps
there-
is added, then it will be automatically done. No need for adding it.
automatically it will done in the dashboard.
That's what I want.
That's the reason of this applied steps. That's the reason of this applied steps. Don't do it every time. This data, as he has indicated, whatever the steps you are doing it now, you have to do it only once in your lifetime for this data. Only once in your lifetime for this data. Next is just add the data, refresh it or schedule refresh. That's it. No, 1 minute, sir. I didn't. Null bracket is open and close. No. I will do that. Replace value. Wherever there is a null. It's case sensitive. Remember, it's case sensitive. Null. I am replacing with something called as pending. So wherever there is a null, select the column, go to replace value, right click replace value, home tab replace value, and assume that I am saying some pending. Assume that I am giving a wrong spelling here. Knowingly, unknowingly, I have given a wrong spelling. After this, I said, okay, it has replaced all the null to a particular word, but I want to edit that steps. I want to modify it now. Go to the settings again. So that's an advantage of this. Anytime you can come to the settings and you can modify your settings.
Is it necessary?
Not required. If the total column is empty, remove it.
Now,
If there is some
20% means you can still use it.
but in a report it will show you null. Instead of null, I am giving some meaningful things. That's all. It's not required, but better to have a meaningful keyword. That's all.
Can't we apply 0 for it?
No, because it's a text. It will be 0. Number we can put a 0. If you want to do some calculation, then in that case you can go for 0. This is a text value, right? But it will be treated as a text only. No use effort. Sorry.
Suppose sometime, like next time if the user is entering values, instead of payment mode, he has kept city as blank.
You have to do it once again.
Again, and in that case, will there be an error in the dashboard?
Not at all. No error.
It will not show the values, right?
It will not be. It will not show the value.
Correct values will not show. So output will not be proper, but it will create a dashboard.
Correct.
So we are doing like we are replacing the values just for the clarity purpose.
Otherwise, as you told, we can have it as null also. No problem. You can keep it as null. So when you find the total, the null total will be 10,000 or something. Null, what is the total? Instead of that, I am giving meaning. Pending, this is the total. That's all. You can have it as null also.
So here, since it is a limited row, we are searching each row usually.
Row or
Each column. Okay. But if multiple columns are available,
We have to search.
individual columns we need to search and get the error correct.
One time life, you have to do this. Because you have to clean up the data, right? Because it will show you here how many columns are there. At least based on that, you can search it here. How many columns are there? So around 13 columns are there. So if you have 26.
The dashboard kind of this column.
As of now, no. I'm using the word as of now. Maybe near future, maybe. As of now, we don't have it. We have to individually go there and search whether greens are there.
It's changed. It's still the error is showing
No, there is no error.
empty error.
There is no error.
That
There
is
is no
0%.
0. No.
Zero.
Come to the last step. Don't go to the earliest step and select. Come to the last step.
All the green bar indicates full it is
It is green. 100% is green.
the null column.
Done. Can I load it now? Sir, yes. Can I load it? But you can ask me after loading, can I come back to Power Query? Yes, you can come back to Power Query anytime. Anytime you can come back to Power Query. We'll see that. We'll see that. First, let me load the data. How do we load the data? Go to Home tab. If you are 100% sure you have did everything, I am going to load it to Power BI. Straight away you can click on close and apply. Or I didn't do everything. Time being I want to save it. Later I want to load it. Then you can click here. There is an option called as apply. Apply means just apply it. It's like a saving. Don't load it. Later I will load it. The second one is closing. Closing means without saving. It's equivalent to pressing Ctrl W without saving. But I recommend to go with close and apply. Or if you are sure that close and apply, no need for clicking on arrow and close and apply. Straight away click on close and apply. The first option will be the default option. So straight away you can click on close and apply or close and apply also. Close and apply. And it will show you some message. Apply changes, discard changes. Don't do anything. Please wait. Please wait for a few seconds. Based on your data size, it will load. Please wait. Don't do go and click on apply changes and discard. Don't do it. Please wait. It will take some time and it will load it. It will load it. Yes. Successfully loaded. Okay. How can I know that my data is loaded? On the right hand side, expand this revenue. That's my sheet name. All the data will get loaded. All your column names will be displayed here. All the column names. But here, fortunately, unfortunately, your column names are arranged in an alphabetical order. Here it will be in alphabetical order. You cannot change it. You can see amount is first, bill date is second, and bill number is third, city is the fourth. It's in an alphabetical order. Okay. But one more thing, after loading, you have to verify another thing here. Check whether the amount is in sigma. If the amount is in sigma, that means the amount is in the data type of number. Calendar. date, sigma. Empty is text. You will get so many other icons here. When you create a measure, when you create a group, you will see some other icon. See whether this is matching with your data, whether the sigma is available for discount, net profit, for shipping cost, tax and total amount. If it is correct. If it is not correct, if it is not loaded here, if the data type is not detected properly, no other go. You have to go back to Power Query. So how can I go back to Power Query? I didn't load a data. I forgot to load the data. My data type is not correct. How can I go back to Power Query again? Very simple. Go to Home tab. Under Home tab, Transform Data. Transform Data. Or else right click on the table and there is an option called as Edit Query. So right click on the table and go to Edit Query. Home tab and go to Transform. Both are same. Both will land into the same area.
Where do we right click on the
Right click on the table, top, and go to Edit Query or Transform. Transform, straight away you can click on Transform. Arrow mark and Transform also, both are same. Both are same. Transform. It goes back to Power Query again. So whatever the changes you want to do now, all your changes is stored here. All the applied steps are available here. You can make the changes again if you want to make the changes. And after close and apply, you can come back to Power BI again. So anytime you can go back to Power Query. Anytime. Anytime on your life you can go back to Power Query. I close this and come back to Power BI. And I don't like to check my data. I want to check the data here. How is my data? What are all the columns and rows available? I want to see the data. It's not required to go back to Power Query every time to check the data. I can check the data in BI itself. How can I check the data? There is a button here. Table view. Click on the table view where you can check your data. You can check the data by clicking on the table view here. It's in ascending order as per the net profit. I have marked it on the screen itself. Yeah, marked it on the screen. Any challenges? Click again, report view to come back to your report view. But let us see what are all the do's and don'ts on your source data. The problem, sir? Okay. Now, as I think we are using this file for a very long time. Unfortunately, we didn't save it. Let me save this file. Save as. When you are doing it for the very first time, it's better to go with save as. Because sometimes when you press Control S, it may take some time. It will search for your file path and other things. Better to go with save as file. Save as. So it's a PBIX file. So browse this device and I'll save it in some folder. Maybe the same folder where I have that file. 01. I'll give a name as 01 revenue analysis. The same name for as the Excel file. Excel file is also revenue analysis. I'm maintaining the same name. Your wish. You can rename it also. You can give some other name for the file also. It's up to you. You can give some meaningful name. Yes. Now, let us see the do's and don'ts. For example, I'm saving this. I have saved the file and I'm minimizing it here. The source data. What are all the do's and don'ts in my source data? This Excel file. What are all the things I can do it in the Excel file? What are all the things I cannot do it in the Excel file? Let us open the source data. Can I add a data here? Can I add a row here? Can I add an extra row here? Yes. Where can I add it? Anywhere. Anywhere you can add the rows. Anywhere you can add the rows. Can I add a column here? Yes. We can add a column. But where we can add a column? only at the last. Don't add a new column is a new heading. Don't add it somewhere else in the middle, because it has mapped that your column shipping cost is available in the column number L. So it has mapped that it will be in column number L. If you have shuffled the column, if you have inserted some column here, it will go to the L column and it will check whether there is a shipping cost. No, it will throw an error. So you can add a column at the last.
Now, as you mentioned, like sometimes we are adding and then deleting. Still that step is added. So will that happen in this case also? Adding and deleting?
Adding and deleting means deleting the same column or a different column.
So suppose
You are adding a column here.
adding a column here, then again we delete. That will not be addition.
It is not. You are deleting it, okay, then it's not a problem.
Because that thing we first time saw.
Saving, then refreshing, there will be a problem. Immediately you are deleting, it may not be a problem. So, adding a data is not a problem. Anywhere you can add it. Adding a column is not a problem, but you have to add it only at the last. Can I delete a column? Suppose shipping cart, next one, can I delete it? No. Can I delete a sheet? No. Can I rename the sheet? No. Can I rename the file? Surprisingly, yes. You can rename the file. Can I rename the location? Can I change the location of the file? Yes. But the link will be removed. How can I relink it? That we'll see it in the next part. How if I rename the file, if I rename the location, changing the location, how to establish the link again, we'll see that. Before that, let us add a new data to the last. I'm going to add a new data to the last. And I check this. For example, I'm going to add the new data. I'll go to the last row here of the source data. I'm going to the last row here. Maybe wantedly I'm giving some empty rows. Could you tell me why I'm giving some empty rows here? What is the reason? Because I want to check whether all the empty rows was deleted. Because I'm going to check. Because in the Power Query we did this, empty rows should be deleted. That's the reason I'm giving empty row. Let me add a new data. Maybe I'll let us type 4000, some dummy data. Today's date. In Excel you have to be careful in entering a date. If you want today's date, you know the shortcut key, control semicolon. Please do that. Otherwise, type the date like this: 07 August 2025. Because every system will have a different format. This will work in all the system. Even though if MDY, DMY, once again it will go to the Excel training. So always type the date like this: 7 August 2025. Every system it will identify. 7 is a date, no other go. August is a month, no other go. 2025 is a year, no other go. Even though if your date is a DMY format, MDY format, this will recognize perfectly. Or the best method is shortcut key, control semicolon. Next to L on your keyboard, control semicolon. Then I'm going to add a data here, South. Let us say Tamil Nadu. I'm adding a new data, Chennai. And wantedly I'm leaving this payment method empty. Because in Power Query we have said that the payment method is empty, it has to be replaced as pending. Let us check that. And I'm typing the customer type as retailer. And some amount, I'm typing some dummy, 4000. Just for checking I'm doing it. Some value here, some value here, something here. Maybe I make this net profit as 0 because we didn't receive the payment. Save it and please close this because it's linked with my Power BI. So save it and I close this, Control W. Let me check whether it is updated on my Power BI. How can I check this on Power BI? It's not required every time I have to go to Power Query and check it. How can I check the data in Power BI itself? Table view. Click on the table view. But it's in ascending order as per the net profit. Where is my source? 4000. I have to manually scroll down and select it. Instead, I can sort this bill number in a descending order so that the first 4000 will come on the top so that I can very easily find out whether the 4000 is available or not. I'm going to sort it in descending order by bill number or bill date. How can I sort it? Like Excel, it's very simple. Click on the arrow mark. Sort descending. Sort descending. Unfortunately, the data is not there.
We need to refresh.
We have to refresh. Home tab. Go to Home tab. Refresh. There is a button called as refresh. Tab. Refresh. That's it. The newly added data is updated here. All the step was applied here. The empty rows was deleted. Wherever the rows, I think I wantedly added empty rows, that was deleted. And the payment method, I left empty. It has replaced with pending here. So this is the power of using this Power Query. All the steps will be applied for your new data also. That's the main advantage of using this Power Query. Schedule refresh, we'll see it later. Okay. So we have added a new data and we have checked it. It's updating on my Power BI.
So this is ascending order. And also you can changes.
By default, if you want, you can sort it later. It normally thinks that all the last column will have some numbers always. Some average or profit and loss will be having at the last. By default. That's the thinking of Power BI. If you want, you can sort it.
Some space.
Wantedly.
Even though if you give space, here automatically space is not.
Because we did it in Power Query. Remove empty. Power Query, we did that step. If there is a empty, remove it. If there is a null, replace it with pending. It's not doing by itself. We did the steps. That step is automatically applied for the new data. Okay?
Sir, how it is calculating pending automatically?
That step we did it, sir. If there is a null in payment method, we pay it as pending. How do you read? The column select money, replace values. Null pending. Data update. Pudu data update.
If we need buy from or partial payment, for example.
Partial payment, nothing. We didn't do anything there.
Revenue. Then it means if we are opening this and entering the partial payment, for example.
Partial payment. Here it will turn into partial payment. Because null are pending. The data, it will show the data. Partial payment, put it reference payment, partial payment. It is the value.
The source,
If you are manually typing out, that's not a value.
user from the data. Only thing all these can we open files from Power BI?
Means
Revenue file, we search and we open. Excel file from the Power BI.
you can change you can see the location and open it. Now, straight away you cannot open it. You can check where the location is that location you can copy and paste to it. Straight away you cannot open it. Now, yes, before lunch break, we have to finish up loading, at least start some small report. Shall we move on? Yes. So we can add the data, so it's automatically updated in my Power BI. So just for checking, I did this. So let me remove the data now. I'll go to revenue analysis. I'll delete the data because when you create a report, this will add here. I think for year 2024, you'll get more data. 2025, the data will be very tiny. So I don't want to disturb it. Just for a checking purpose, I added it. Now I select this and I press Control minus and I delete it. Or you can have it your wish, but I am deleting it. I don't want to do this. I have deleted this data, saved it, deleted the data, saved it, and I closed it. Control W. Now I'll go to that report view here, table view. Still it is residing here. So what it means? Refresh. So I refreshed it. It has gone. So just for checking, I have added the data. Now I deleted it. Check whether it's working or not. I think it's working fine. Now I told you, surprisingly, one thing can be done. You can change the file name. You can change the file path. Suppose here now it's in a particular folder, corporate training, your company name, it's in the folder. Tomorrow I'm cutting this file and I'm putting it in my OneDrive. I'm putting this in OneDrive or some other drive, C drive, D drive. I'm changing my location. So then the linking, it will search for, it will go to that location and it will search, the file is not available, to throw an error because your data source has changed. How can I update the link? Very simple. Go to Home tab, Transform Data. There is an arrow mark in the Transform Data. Data Source Settings. Go to Data Source Settings. Here it will show you the where now the file is residing. Earlier where the file is residing. Now if you change this location, go to the arrow mark of the transform. You have to go to the arrow mark here. There is the data source settings. So click on the data source settings. You can change your source now. Data source here, the Excel file is opened. You are not closed it. Change source. If you want to change the source. Suppose I changed this location. Now it's in D. I changed it to OneDrive. Then go to change source. I didn't change it, but I'm saying change source, browse, and change your new location. This location you can copy and paste and open it.
That's what I'm just saying.
That you can do it.
Change it.
Straight.
You need to refresh it again
Not required.
after changing.
Little.
Now there are pending changes. Queries that
No, wait. It will take some time. As I told, based on your data source, file size, it will take some time. It will apply. You have closed it without saving.
file change பண்ணாம அந்த folder name நான்
Same process. It's equivalent to changing the folder. Folder name மாத்தலாம் கட் பண்ணி வேற ஒரு ரெண்டு ஒண்ணா. சிஸ்டம்ல தெரியாது. folder name மாத்திட்டீங்க லொகேஷன் மாத்தி. இது ஒரு same process.
பட் ஆனா அது மூவ் பண்ண டைம் போது அதை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி க்ளோஸ் பண்ணி இந்த ஃபைல் ஏனா எனக்கு எரர் காமிக்குது
அவர் BI Done. Before the break, at least we'll start. Any challenges, madam? Don't give the location. If you're changing the location, do it. Tell me more. Any challenges? Questions? Queries? Yes, sir. Second. Okay. This process of refreshing and this process of changing the data source. One is refreshing, another one is the changing data source. This process, it can be done in both areas. Either you can do it in Power Query and do it in Power. You can do it in Power BI. Same thing, refreshing. You can do it in Power Query also. Let me go to Transform Data. I'll click on the Transform Data. Inside the Transform Data, now I want to update my data, refresh the data. Yes, you can see there is an option available in Home tab, refresh. Here also you can refresh your data, or data source settings. You can change your data source settings here also. Both are same. Either you can do it in Power BI or you can do it in Power Query. Both are same. Nothing difference. I gone to Power Query. In Power Query also you have that refresh and you have the data source settings. Power BI in the refresh panel same da. You can come here and refresh it. Both are same. Okay. Right. Let us come back to BI. At least we'll try to create one or two visuals now. We'll try to create it. Before that, I want to do some settings on my page. Because after creating the report, this page settings may be removed. So better to do it now itself. I want to give a background color formatting. Maybe I want to use your company logo or something on the background. So let us do it. So this area, you know, technically there is a name for this area. What is the technical name for this area? Canvas. Very good. So place the cursor somewhere else on this canvas area. Go to the second one. Format your report page. Why I am asking you to do it now? Later this will turn into a format your visuals. After creating the visual, this button may go off. It will be format your visual. You have to place the cursor on empty. That will be a little bit complicated. That's why I am asking you to do it now itself. So let me click on the format your report page. Page information. First one is a page information. Page information is this page name. So let me click on the page information. What is the name of this page? This page. You can ask me, is it required? I have to go to format your report page, format information and change the page. Can I change the page name straight away here like Excel? Very well, you can do it. How do we do it in Excel? Double click on the page name or right click and rename it also. Same how we do it in Excel sheets. You can make a double click and we can rename it, or right click and rename it also. For example, this is my home page. This is my first page, home page. You can rename it there, you can rename it here. Both are same. Very, very, very powerful. Even I can say a magical tool available in Excel. Sorry, Power BI. That is this tool tip. Very powerful and magical feature. But as of now, don't select it. As of now, don't select it, because before doing this, first we should understand what is the tool tip, what is the Q&A, then we'll enable the Q&A. As of now, don't do it. Please don't do it. If I say don't do it, we'll have a tendency of doing it, plus please don't do it. Some feature may not work. So please don't do it. Next is canvas settings. What is that canvas settings? The page size. I think by default, worldwide, they have standardized it, correct? Worldwide, 16:9. The screen is 16:9. My laptop screen is 16:9. Projector is 16:9. Worldwide, they have standardized it. Everything is 16:9 nowadays. Even you would have checked in PowerPoint presentation. Suppose I open a PowerPoint. In PowerPoint slides also 16:9. Worldwide, they have standardized it. So let me go to the slide design. Under design slide size, you can see the slide size is also 16:9. So it was standardized, but suppose you want to change your size, you can do it here. So you can change it to 4:3, older monitors, 4:3, square type. Letter, tooltip, custom. You can give your own customized height and width also. I will tell you when we can do this. Now let us go for 16:9. Vertical alignment. Two types of alignment, vertical and middle alignment. Only two alignments, middle, top and middle. Will it make any difference in my reporting now? Not at all. It will make a difference when you publish it. When you publish the report, where all your reports should appear. When you see it on your mobile or on your tab or on your screen, all your reports should be on the middle or all your reports should be on the top when you are publishing. But now it doesn't make any difference. Your wish. When I go for middle, I think now you can see the margins are available here because it's in the middle of the screen. This is your wish. I'll go with the top itself.
So this was the hidden line, right?
Correct. Middle, now we'll get that much. Canvas background. Let me go to the canvas background. I'm saying a color for it. Maybe I'll put some color, maybe a light blue color. But when I select light blue color, nothing is happening here. Nothing is showing here. The reason is the transparency is 100. I will tell you why it's 100. Now reduce the transparency level. You will get the background of your page. On the background of the canvas, you are getting the color. So if you want the color on your background. Or I don't like a color, can I put a picture? I want to put your company logo or maybe your vehicle or some other on the background of the report. Yes, very well. Browse. And you can select anything here. Maybe assume I'll put your company logo. Yeah. So I'm putting your company logo here. You want to fit it on the full screen, fit on the full screen on the background. Fill. That's your wish. So I inserted a color and I inserted your logo also on the background. I recommend, I design. I believe that your logo will not be on the background. Logo will be somewhere else on the top. How is your template? Top? Right. We'll place it on top, right? Better. So I don't. What about the background? You will have a white background or you have some color backgrounds here as per your template.
It's white.
White. Grey.
White only.
White. Power BI has designed all the report. Assuming that all your report will have a white background, you would have seen here there is a build visual also having some background as white. So all your visual was designed that your background will be white. So if you want some other background, then you have to switch off the background for all the visuals. That's why I'm asking. If it is white background, then it's very simple. Reset it to the default. So reset to default or change the color to white also. That's your wish. I set it as reset to default. White background. Wallpaper. I think you know the difference between the canvas. Now I select the same color as a wallpaper, background color. You don't recommend this. So I'm not using the wallpaper. But what is the difference between canvas background or wallpaper background? Both are same. Oh, what is the difference? Canvas and wallpaper. Canvas is?
Entire page is how many?
Entire page is blue color. That is wallpaper. Canvas? Within this margin. Within this margin. That is canvas background. So you decide, as you are told that you are not using the background color, so set it as default now. So I use it as a white background. White background. Filter pane and filter card. Maybe this one, when I expand, there is a filter, this filter. Do you want to do some formatting for this filter? Because you can make this filter visible to your audience also. While publishing, this filter may be visible. So what is the color, what is the background for this filter pane? For that you can give a color for it. So we'll explore this later. Now I'm not using anything on the filter pane and filter card. Actually, to be open, only one change I made is the page name. That's all. All the other things we have explored it. We didn't see it. So only one thing. Other things we are going to explore it in our later session. Tooltip and Q&A and maybe the canvas settings. Just we have seen the introduction. We will explore it in our upcoming session. That's it. Only one thing I made is the page name. That's all. Okay. Now, I'm collapsing this filter now. First, I want to insert your company logo. Maybe, and then I want to put a title here. So we have to insert your company logo. Insert. Go to the tab of insert and remember, picture can be only resized. Nothing can be done. You can adjust the contrast, brightness, cropping. Nothing can be done. You can adjust the size of the picture. That's all. If you want to crop it, brightness, contrast, everything, do it in some other tool like PowerPoint and bring it here. Because it's a data analysis tool. You cannot do anything with the picture. You can insert it and resize the picture. That's all. Go to insert image. Insert image. Insert and I click on image. Where is your image? Your company logo. I select your logo. As I told, adjust the height and width and place it wherever you want. Top right. As you are told, top right. I am placing it at top right. No. Insert image. Insert image. Your logo is Bharat Benz. Email IDs will be Daimler Truck at
Everything is same. If you are sitting in the area of pieces, pictures.
Done. That's all for the logo. Next we will see how to put a title. While putting a title, we will see the template for the title. Now I want to insert a title here. Title of this page. Insert text box. Insert text box. When I click on the text box, you can see the font name. It's giving some other font. Ciogo UI. I don't like this font. I want to use some other font. Maybe, I think you have a specific font, right? I don't know whether that font is available here. If the font is available, you can utilize it. But I don't want to change the font. Whenever I insert a visual, I want to change the font. No. I want the same font throughout my Power BI. I want the same font throughout. Every time I don't want to go here, instead of here, go change it to some other font. I will tell you how to get your company font. How to get your company font, I will tell you later. Now let us see some other font. Maybe this, let me take this Calibri or Cambria. I want this Calibri to be the standard font throughout my Power BI. Let me remove this visual. We'll go on, any problem. A time being insert some other logo, sir. Any logo, no? It's just for a practice. Huh? If it is not required, you have to insert the Bharat Benz logo. No one is going to ask you. Any logo. Okay, right. So I want to standardize that font. Maybe as I told, the Daimler font, your company font, we'll see it how to bring your company font into Power BI. If you have it, you can utilize it. If you don't have it, I will tell you how to bring the company font here. Standardize the font, template for the font. Go to the View tab. Go to the View tab. On the View tab, Themes, there is an arrow mark on the themes. Go to the View and click on the arrow mark of the themes. Click on the arrow mark. Scroll down. Go to the View tab. Under View tab, click on the arrow mark of the themes. Under the themes, Customize Current Themes. Customize Current Themes. So click on the arrow mark, Customize Current Themes. It opens a dialog box. Name, color and advanced. Coloring means the chart colors. When you create a chart, the first chart, suppose I create a bar chart, first chart will be in light blue. Second bar will be in dark blue. Third bar will be in orange, purple. This is how the color will appear. You can change the color also. We'll do that later. This is about the negative value. We are going to do some conditional formatting today and tomorrow. When you are doing some conditional formatting, what are all the other colors you want to apply? We'll see that in the later part. Now we came here to change your font. Text. Second one. Go to text. Change all the four. General, title, card KPI, tab header. I will tell you what is the general, what is title, what is card KPI and what is tab header. We'll explore it. All the four. Change the same font family. Change it to same font family. Click here and change it to same font family. See whether your company logo is available. If it is not available, no issues. I will tell you how to get your company logo. Purpose is your company logo. You have specific font, Daimler.
We have Daimler CS.
Daimler. We'll see how to get the Daimler font itself. Maybe today or tomorrow I will tell you how to get the Daimler font. As of now, we'll use some other font. As of now, Calibri or Cambria. That's my. I use Calibri. You can use anything, your wish. I will go with Cambria. Title General Cambria. Title also I go for Cambria. Card and KPI also Cambria. I select all the font as Cambria. All the four. Don't change your font size. Don't change your font color because the size may vary from visual to visual. One visual size will be smaller, one visual size will be larger. Color also don't change it because we are going to do some conditional formatting in the later part. So color don't change it. Don't standardize the color. Don't standardize the size. It may vary visual. Only standardize the font family. Cambria. Or your wish. Calibri. We'll see how to bring your company font today or tomorrow. That's it. Apply. Now let me insert a text box and check. Go to insert. Text box. Click inside the text box. Now the text box will be in Cambria. From now, whatever the visual you insert, that will be on the Cambria font. Any visual. Let me change this to font size, maybe a bigger font, maybe around 28. I'll give a name for it. Revenue analysis. Then reduce the height and width. While reducing the height and width, one small warning is you should not see the gray on the right hand side. If you are seeing the gray on the right hand side, then your width and height is not right. When you publish it, when you show to others, you cannot see the heading properly. So that should not be a gray. If there is a gray on the right hand side, that means you have to increase the height or width. I am getting a gray. So let me increase the width. I am increasing the width for now I am not getting the gray. You should not get the gray on the right hand side. If you are getting the gray, either you have to increase the height and width. So I am not getting that. That's an indication that your width is not right. Width or height is not right. If you are getting a gray. How can I pull this? Dragging. You have to exactly place it and drag it. Sometimes dragging is very tougher. In that case, go to the 3 dot. If you go to the 3 dot, then the dragging is easier. So go to the 3 dot and drag it and place it wherever you want. I am placing it on the left. Power BI will help you. Where is the right position for placing? When I place it on the top, you can see as per the logo, your logo and the things, the top of your logo and the top of your name is in the same area. You can see a red line is appearing. Or when I place it somewhere else on the bottom here, I can place it. You can see the logo center and this is in the same position. It will suggest you where we can place it. So I am placing it on the top. Yes. Next is reporting visuals. Done? Unfortunately, time up. 12:28, 12:30 is our scheduled time to break. Please, that you may miss the shuttle.
It auto saves?
First time you have to save it, next time it will be saved. Go to file. Go to file. It shows the time here, but go to file, options and settings, options and settings, options, and you click on save. It will show you the frequency of your saving. You can see when I click on that save. Where is that save? Save and recover. Every 10 minutes it will get saved.
Change it now.
Change it. Don't do it for 1 minute. Only happen. You will do nothing. 5 minutes.
The heading box and the underline.
Just we inserted text. Other part we'll see one by. We'll see one by one. Okay. So I think the scheduled time is 12:30 for our lunch break. So we'll take a break now. It's 12:29 already. So we'll take a break now. After the break, we'll restart. We are straight away going to start with visuals. Before today evening, we have to publish one report minimum. One report has to be published by today. Like 5 steps, we have to finish it by today. Okay. Save it and I minimize this. And I'm going to stop the recording. Not pausing, I'm stopping the recording. Just to remain.